Like that. What is the most important benefit in the worship that God has created human being for?
This answer to this question, first of all, let him translate. On this subject, I have spoken volumes during my duruus, during my addresses, during my sermons, etc. She has raised a question, the answer to which is as vast as human mind can reach. I have explained the meaning of worship with reference to the meaning of abd. Whatever abd, first of all, abd does not own anything of his own, does not possess anything of his own. He is completely dispossessed of all his qualities and not qualities in ordinary sense, but the product of all his qualities of mind and heart. Whenever he employs them, whatever he produces goes to the owner, not to him. So in a manner of speaking, he is completely dispossessed. Then how does he live? How does he perform ordinary functions of life? At the pleasure of his masters. Whatever he bestows on him is considered to be a favor, not a right. The result is that the favors shown a natural result of his having been dispossessed in the first place. Only when you are dispossessed of what you have or you did not have, you have nothing, for instance, still the master will be responsible for providing you things. Now imagine if a good human master, kindly-hearted person, owns a slave, he will take care of everything he requires. But if the master is Allah, the provident, a master from whom everything good flows, who is the creator, who is all-knower, who has created things whose benefits we still do not know, but in the future man may discover later on. So all that could be said of Allah, which is said in a small gist of 4 words: Rabbul Alameen, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and Malik Yawmiddin. All these attributes which Allah in fact not only possesses, but only He possesses them. The rest of the world do not. If you worship Him, what for would you worship Him? To pursue the benefits of these 4 virtues of Allah, the 4 attributes of Allah. So, the more you worship Him, the more you have to dispossess yourself of your own ego. If you worship Him in all sincerity, like you say in the words of Surah Fatiha, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. This means that the worshipper makes a claim, a tall claim as it appears, but does make a claim that from now on we shall worship you, we shall worship Thee and Thee alone. We shall not worship any other being than You, O our Lord. Now this is a very tall claim. If you do worship only Allah and none other, and purely that, then you rise to the status of the holiest of prophets. Because he is the only person, Hazrat Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who fulfilled this promise to the letter and spirit as human beings could possibly do. But below him, there are many variations and degrees to which man can make this promise and also fulfill that promise. All these degrees are make such a long list of possibilities that it is impossible to count those possibilities. So every worshipper has his own dedication to the worship of God. If he fulfills this promise, to that degree, he will be capable of begging Allah, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. If he has not totally got rid of all his selfishness and other godliness, which covers parts of his life, if he has completely rid himself of all these non-godly values, then what is he left with? A slave without any property, without anything of his own. Then he can beg Allah. إِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Whom else can we beg? Only you, and only you. Now, response of God to this type of begging or this type of worship is all comprehensive. If the four attributes of God mentioned in Surah Fatiha speak of all the God's attributes in a congested form, then whatever Allah possesses will be bestowed on His slave. So you said, what are the benefits? The benefits are immense, uncountable. But you should prepare yourself to be a slave, a real slave of Allah. And then you will know the benefits of worship, not otherwise. So, leaving all other things aside, I think I have spoken on the central subject, and that should be sufficient to satisfy you as an answer. Is it? Good.